Hey beauties, welcome to my channel. My name is Simplykrystelle. In today's video, we are going to be talking all about how to avoid those creasy under eyes. I'm going to be showing you guys some tips, some tricks on how you can make sure the next time you apply your concealer that your under eyes do not look cakey and creasy. So if you want to see this video, just please make sure to keep on watching. Now before we get on to the video, it would mean so much to me if you guys would hit the subscribe button if you are not subscribed to my channel yet, and also please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps out this channel and it really helps me out. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and let's just get into these under eyes. I already have my foundation on. As you can see, my skin is not this flawless, this luminous naturally. I do have foundation on, so that's why it looks like this. Yeah, it looks nice, right? I'm wearing the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Foundation in 230. I haven't tried this foundation on ever since the time I tried it on for a video because I didn't know how I felt about it, and today I actually kind of like it. Like, I kind of like the finish of it right now, and I like how it's looking on my skin. But anyways, that's not what this video is about. This video is about the under eyes. I made the mistake of going out in public with creasy under eyes, cakey makeup. I've done it all, and I figured out why my under eyes were always creasy. I mean, some people, to be honest with you, they have naturally creasy under eyes. Like, I will always have like this line, like I have this line right here under my under eyes, and there's nothing I can really do about that because that's just the structure, or that's just how my face is. But I will show you guys how to avoid further creasing and how to make your under eyes look smooth as possible. So let's just take a step back into skincare. You want to make sure that you are using an eye cream underneath your eyes, because that eye cream does make your under eye look more smoother, and it helps with puffiness if you are someone who struggles with puffiness, and also it's great for anti-aging properties. So I would definitely recommend, if you're not using an under eye, that you use one. There are some really great under eye creams at the drugstore. My favorite at the moment is from L'Oreal. It is $30, which is pretty steep for a drugstore, but it's really good. The first step to non-creasy under eyes is you want to make sure that you're using eye cream. Now let's get on to the concealer part. So I'm going to be using two concealers today. I'm using my favorites by Maybelline. I know this is drugstore. These are two drugstore concealers, and I'm using the Instant Age Rewind Eraser Concealer and the Fit Me Concealer. So when it comes to concealer and choosing concealers, honestly, it is going to be a trial and error, because you're probably going to have to try several concealers until you find that perfect formula, until you find that perfect concealer for you. I do stand by these two concealers. I've used these all the time. I use them all the time, off and on camera. So these, I definitely stand by them, and they're so affordable. So when it comes to applying concealer, I really like to take as little as possible. Like, before in the past, people used to do the V concealer. Don't do that. Do not do that. You want to take as little concealer as possible. I'm not saying to do this. I'm not saying just apply like a little dot, but I like to apply my concealer like this. I like to take it in the inner corner like that, and I like to take it in the outer corner like that. That is all I apply. I do not go under here anymore with my concealer. I don't do that, because I feel like when it comes to that, that's when the creasing happens, when you do that. And I always take a little bit of the Fit Me, because this is more of a lightweight concealer. I just take a little bit of it just to kind of liquefy the concealer. My next tip is to blend out all the areas except for the under eyes. You will leave the under eyes for last, because I feel like when the concealer sits underneath your eyes, it helps it to dry a little bit more, and it also helps it to become more full coverage and to kind of build that seamless look. So I'm just going to blend out the other areas of my face where I apply concealer that is not my under eye, such as my chin. I applied it on the bridge of my nose as well, and in between my eyebrows. So I'm just going to blend those areas right now. And to blend my concealer out today, I'm using the Real Techniques Expert Concealer Brush. I love this brush. Like, this was going viral, I think, on TikTok and stuff, and I bought it and I freaking love it. I use it ever since I purchased it. Now that we have let the concealer sit, it might be a little bit harder to blend out because it's kind of dried out. So I love to take a setting mist, yes, setting mist, and just apply very little to my face, just to kind of help that concealer blend out a little easier. And I'm going to take that same Real Techniques blending brush and I am going to blend it out. As I'm blending the concealer out underneath my eyes, I like to look upward. I look upward because I feel like it allows my concealer to really blend in, and it also helps the under eyes to look much brighter. And as I'm blending it, I'm not swirling my concealer, I'm not doing this, I'm not going in circles, I am patting it into the skin. I'm patting it and buffing it in. And I take my time, there's no rush, you know, makeup is art, you don't have to rush anything. Now I know sometimes we're always like, especially me, like I'm like, what about this? How do I get rid of that, you know, extra like lightness here? And I just take it and I just keep blending it until it blends into the skin. And then you can always press it in on the side of your nose if you're someone who likes to do that, but I just like to press it in like so. I'm gonna stop right here because I just want to show you guys something. So naturally I do have like these two folds underneath my eyes. There's nothing I can do about that, and even concealer really, it's like crow's feet, I think it's like called, or I don't know if it's crow's feet, but whatever these two lines are, this is just what happens. This is just my under eye and there's nothing I can really do about that. But when you pat the concealer in, you do have less chance of it looking very creasy. So I'm just going to keep patting the concealer in. I like to finish it off with a sponge. So I'm just going to take this e.l.f. Camel sponge. I'm going to take my setting mist, actually. I'm going to spray it onto the sponge. And I'm just going to finish blending out that concealer. Sponge is just that finishing touch to blending everything out, and you have to be also careful when the sponge to not swipe it, because when you swipe it you're going to take off that concealer. I'm just going to keep patting it in, and there we go. Now that we are done with the under eyes, like applying the concealer, we have to set the concealer. Do it two ways. You could either just apply your translucent powder or banana powder or whatever color powder underneath your eyes and just, you know, buff it in, or just brush it away, or you can bake. I personally like to bake. I just think it looks really nice, and I just love it. So for today I'm going to take my Laura Mercier translucent honey powder and I'm going to bake my under eyes. Lately I have just been loving using a powder puff, so I'm going to take a powder puff to bake underneath my eyes. Now I'm going to dip my powder puff into the powder. I'm not going to take too much powder because I'm going to pat the powder underneath my eyes, and I'm also going to take it to the side of my nose as well. Powder is going to now settle into the skin, and it's going to make sure that my concealer does not crease. It's going to make sure my concealer does not separate. So, and the baking technique is really good because the longer you let the powder sit, the more it will help your concealer to look very smooth. My skin is baking. I'm just gonna go off camera and do the rest of my makeup, and I'll be right back. I did my makeup off camera. I did very simple makeup look. So now I still have my powder baking underneath my eyes and around the center of my face. What I'm gonna do is take a big fluffy brush and I'm just going to blend that out. And as you can see right here, it's like stuck, right? So when it's stuck like this, what I like to do is, this is my next tip, when you bake a little too long, because I baked a little too long. So I like to take some setting mist like this, and I just kind of drench my face in it. And I'm going to take that same powder puff, but instead of using this side, I'm going to use the side that does not have any makeup, and I'm going to pat it in. This just helps it to really lock it in. I think just a skin tone powder, and I just like to run it on my face, especially in the chin area, because I think I let it bake a little too long, and between my eyebrows like that, and I just run it everywhere else just to blend in the makeup. Take some more spray and just spray it one more time. Okay guys, so that is it for this video on how to avoid creasy under eyes. I really hope my tips and tricks were helpful to you, and I hope that you walked away from this video learning something. Thank you again for watching. Please press the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to this channel. I promise it's fun here. It's a little community that we have here to support each other. And please also give this video a thumbs up to see more videos like this. It really does help out this channel. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe again if you're not. I'm Simplykrystelle, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.